Matron, take them away.
Welcome to Morning Watch on this fine day, 3rd of January. And is it a fine day? I don't know, because it's still pitch black outside. Oh, can't wait for the winter to be over. But it's first day back after Christmas holidays. Let's see what we can get up to. Now, these videos are just the economic calendar and a look at my strength sheet to see if there's any products that'll jump out to help you with a watch list. Now, I do this on a reward basis for the public. I'm looking for 100 likes. Hit 100 likes, the next one will be public. If not, I'll just leave it behind closed doors inside the Discord and the guys can follow it from there. So let's jump straight into it and have a little look, shall we? So, is there anything to worry about this morning? Well, the answer is no. There was nothing happened last night. It's kind of the first full day back as well, because yesterday is a bit of an odd day. With it being the first full trading day, you don't know which way the markets are going to go. And today, if you can see this right the way up to midday, there's nothing. So it's all technically based this morning. Now, as we run through the afternoon, it does start to pick up a little bit. There's nothing till 3 o'clock, and the times I talk about are UK times, guys. There is a PMI at 3, which will spike the market. So if you're in euro, dollar, US, pound, dollar, anything like that, just be very wary this afternoon around 3 o'clock because there's some red letter news days. But you've got the PMI, then you've got the jolts, and then in amongst that, you've got the IMS manufacturing. What will this do? Well, it just means that there'll be a short-term spike. I don't think they're big enough to turn the market, but they'll certainly shake the market in and around that time. So if you've got a stop in place, make certain it's well protected. And if it isn't, either close out the trade or move your stop so that if it does spike, it doesn't hurt you so badly. In other words, pull it in. All right. My advice for trading news is quite simple. Don't trade it. You know, if you know it's coming in and around 3 o'clock, be out of the markets a good 15 minutes before the news announcement comes, and then let the news come and then trade afterwards. It's far easier and far simple. But with today, I'd be out of the markets full stop before 3 o'clock for a good reason. It's 7 o'clock, you got the FOMC minutes. That'll spike the market as well. And then from there, the next one is the crude oil at 9:30 as the markets come to a close. So there's not a great deal to worry about. So really, you're just looking at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock for spikes. Now, how does that look with the currency pairs, etc.? Well, there isn't any. This is the thing. And as I was saying, this kind of week is a bit strange. As you can see, all of these are pretty well bunched together. The highest is 43 score. It's really low. And that's 27. So there's nothing really jumping out. And that is apparent here. Because this will highlight a weakest and strongest against each other. But only if there are poles apart. When they're bunched together, it won't. It'll just show you, well, it'll just show you what the strongest is. Which at the moment is the New Zealand. Now, what do you do in a situation like this? Well, there's a couple of things you can do. You can look at the biggest mover, which is the New Zealand Aussie. Okay. And if we come down to this and we look for it on the sheet, it does have a decent ATR of 140. So you can probably have a look at that. New Zealand's gone up 3 points. The Aussie's dropped 3 points. Okay. But it's an Asian pair, and we're now going into London session in New York. So the other alternative is you look at your majors, which is these. There's actually quite a few of them. It's come across the board from Euro JP, Euro USD, Pound JP. You've got the Pound US and the US CAD. They're all moving, but they move anyway. But there's another way that you can do things as well. If you can't see it, just don't trade it. It's that simple. So what I do on a day like this, where there's nothing there and I can't really see anything in this either, I just stay out of it a little bit. I might do a little bit of a scalp, but I don't look for any big hitters. And I would then look to sort of help the guys and ask, see what they want. Now, in this case, Kevin suggested for our weekly asset, because we look at one asset across an entire week, it's CAD JPY this week. Okay. So in this case, this morning, until I see something that sparks up, it's the CAD. So the CAD JPY at the moment, the higher time frames are telling me to sell this thing, but the medium time frames are telling me to buy it. I work on the double D, the dominant direction of the day. It's a buy. So what else do I look at? Kind of look at the lower time frames. They're reasonably up. So I'll just monitor this. It's a fair trade, but it's telling me to keep my TP relatively low. So if I come over to CAD JP, well, it's 131. So around 10 to 15 pips. Okay. So if I'm looking for these pips, how do I do it? Very, very simple. Just flick this up. There we go. So all I would do is I would just come into this, look at it. I look for the last strongest move that I can see. Well, that is here. We can drop a fib into this, which is there. Pull that down. It's currently just cracked through. I can just drop in a couple of levels to help me. Just drop these in. It's already smashed through this one. And then we're looking up to here. Also, I want to see where 15 pips would sit. Okay. So if it's coming up to the top, I should have maybe got in on this level here. Could have also got on this level down here. But it's not too bad. Drop that back down to there. Drop this back down onto there. Right. Without going too far into the market, I can actually see some half decent levels based off this. And I'm looking to go from one to the next. So I can get into here, or I can target up onto there. Now I can also drop to 4 hours to see what's going on, to see if there's any decent thing here. Well, we do have this as well. Now you can see there's a strong top up here. Just drop this into black. Doing this very quickly, guys, because I haven't marked this chart up from there. Okay. I'm going to put a fib into this. Now, the fib will be slightly different to those levels that I've just dropped in, because work on the bodies, but fibs work on extremes. 38 looks to be the target area, which is around this. Drop that in, just like so. And then we're just cracking through a level now. There we are, good to go up into here. There should be about 15 pip gap, I would have thought. Drop that back. So see the momentum coming in. There it is there. 15 pips off that. Happy days. So if you wanted 10, you're into there. If you want 15, you're up to about this level there. There you go. And that's a simple premise of a chart, broken down, worked out what the levels are incredibly quickly. And now it's just a case of trying to figure out how to get in and get your 15 pips based on an upward move. Dead simple. Now you've also got a strong drive here. So down here you could buy this level, this level, this level, and this level. Get your 15 pips in amongst there. Happy days. Hope that helps. And as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love. and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.